I love this. Likes to portray himself as a tough. The president likes to portray himself. I love this. Likes to portray himself as a tough guy. When you were in high school, wouldn't you have liked to take the shot? Anyway, it's a different story.
Trying to play the tough guy act once again. Look at this.
The president likes to portray himself. I love this. Likes to portray himself as a tough guy. When you were in high school, wouldn't you have liked to take the shot? Anyway, it's a different story, but anyway.
The same schoolyard bully tactic that he used back in, 2017? I'd love to take him behind the bleachers. Alright, Joe, can someone take this guy's car keys? I mean, seriously. Like I keep saying, it's a train wreck campaign, a train wreck candidate, and the American people know exactly what Joe Biden's all about. In fact, just to really cement that point, Florida knows what's up. Look at this. Seen over skies in Florida, USA for sale. Call the Biden family. Check this out. Absolutely. He's the Trojan horse to get Kamala Harris into the White House. Kamala is too unlikable to ever win a general election. She can't even win her own party's election. She cannot win an election outside of California or maybe New York. And this is their tactic. To get withered Joe through, use the 25th Amendment and put Kamala in as Commander-in-Chief. They're not even hiding it anymore. They're just flat out saying it. Joe recently said that he's Kamala's running mate. Then we have this.
I am so honored to introduce the next president of the United States, Senator Kamala Harris!
Kamala Harris being introduced as the next president of the United States, God help us all. And so it's very clear what's going on here. They are openly saying it. Joe Biden is being used as a vessel. In fact, here's the squad and Bernie Sanders once again admitting to what their intentions are.
And we're not giving up on our agenda, all right? We're going to introduce Medicare for all. Believe me, we are. So our first task, we've made it clear to everybody, it's no great secret. Our first task, we got to defeat the worst president in the modern history of this country. And number two, we organize our people to make sure that Biden becomes the most progressive president since FDR. That's what I'm envisaging.
Essentially, check this out.
When and God willing, if we win, Joe Biden and I are about to get rid of that tax cut.
God willing, if we win, Joe Biden and I are about to get rid of that tax cut.
At a socialist or progressive perspective?
No.
She ran away from that tag at every point in turn, tried to pretend as though she was some sort of moderate. During the VP debate, strictly said she doesn't support the Green New Deal, even though she co-signed it. She lied to the American people for months just to get moderate Democrat voters, and then 2 days out, she releases this tweet. There's a big difference between equality and equity. And look at this video that she just released.
So there's a big difference between equality and equity. Equality suggests, oh, everyone should get the same amount. The problem with that, not everybody's starting out from the same place. So if we're all getting the same amount, but you started out back there and I started out over here, we can get the same amount, but you're still going to be that far back behind me. It's about giving people the resources and the support they need so that everyone can be on equal footing and then compete on equal footing. Equitable treatment means we all end up at the same place.
Communism.
Equitable footing means we all end up at the same place. There is a very, very clear definition for that ideal. It's called communism, and it never leads to what she suggests. You know what it leads to? It leads to dictatorships every single time. It's a linear system of authority, of pure government control, where absolute power corrupts absolutely, and the loss of life becomes catastrophic in every single example we have in human history. It's easy to make it sound good. It sounds idealistic. Frankly, it's even appealing to intellectuals, especially people who don't understand the context of history. It sounds like the right thing to do, but it's not. It's morally egregious. And 2 days from the election, Kamala Harris says the Biden-Harris administration believes in equity over equality of opportunity. Not that everybody should have the same platform and the same opportunities towards success, and those who work harder might get a little more. Those with more competence, higher levels of talent, reap the benefit, reap the rewards of their talent and hard work. But that everybody at the end of the day should finish at the exact same finish finish line. Everybody gets a trophy. There's no winners and losers. And she is getting torched over this specific idea. Not only from people on the right. Check out some of these tweets. This is a pretty in-your-face endorsement of equality of outcomes as a policy goal, as opposed to equality of opportunity. Look, you guys got my vote because I voted against Trump, but this is a really, really bad idea. Just like I told you guys, this guy Fletcher Dunn voted for them after he got swindled on what they actually believe in. And now he's realizing, whoa, what did I vote for? Buddy, you just voted for communism. We tried to warn you, but you guys wouldn't listen because you're voting against Trump instead of for the right candidate and policies. This is propaganda in action, my friends. Look at this tweet right over here from Andrew Sullivan. Why would a vice presidential candidate seemingly endorse full-on Marxism days before a general election? Does she believe government should enforce equality of outcome for everyone? Seriously? Equitable treatment means we all end up in the same place. That's equality of outcomes enforced by the government. They used to call that communism. The Dems are finally open about their admiration of the most repressive system of organizing society. Equitable treatment means we all end up in the same place is literally communism. This, historically, has meant that everyone, but for the party elites, has the same incredibly low standard of living. That impoverished life comes with a heaping side of death, destruction, and totalitarianism. I'll pass. We've got this tweet right over here. You seriously with this? This literally means Marxism. We all end up in the same place. Literally means each of us will have the same wealth. At Joe Biden, you've been promoting a moderate platform. Are you aware of this Marxism wealth redistribution / equalization proposal? Just lost my vote. And I want to go back to this tweet right over here. Historically, this has meant that everyone, but for party elites, has the same incredibly low standard of living. That's exactly what she's talking about. This is a system of party elites who run the entire country, of total corruption. And this is what I've been saying about people like AOC since the start. You know, she was most recently on the Vanity Fair's cover photo op, and it's kind of funny how somebody who's a alleged communist is prancing around in $14,000 designer suits, while hinting at interest in seeking higher office during that interview. I don't see myself really staying where I'm at for the rest of my life.
And that's it. All lives matter.